people what's happening.
Oh.
All right, so you got a little experience in that field. So,
And you got the real story.
what is the real story?
The real story basically is that BP Oil Company was attempting to do what Russia did. Back in 1970, the Russians drilled the first super deep oil well, Kola SG-3, went down to 40,230 feet. Since then, they've drilled 310 other successful wells and found fossil fuel. No, they didn't find fossil fuel. They found abiotic oil. And as a result, Russia, as of this year, has become the world leader, bypassing Saudi Arabia, of the world's supplier of crude oil. And as a result, BP decided they wanted to do the same thing Russia did. The only thing is, Russia had sense enough to do it on land. Wouldn't cause any trouble. BP was so stupid, and I use the word very readily, BP was so stupid as to go out in the Gulf of Mexico
Careful with those S words.
Drill a super deep well off of a floating platform, not even anchored to the bottom of the ocean, using sophisticated GPS equipment in order to keep that platform in place.
They were using GPS?
Yeah,
that is stupid.
This is utterly stupid. The government of the United States of America should have never issued permits for BP to do this. The government is just as much to blame as BP is, and they attempted to do it in ocean water that was 5,000 feet deep. Now, 5,280 feet is 1 mile, and then they drilled into the depth of the ocean, 25 to 30,000 feet. Now, suppose for a moment.
Oh, wow. Yeah, suppose was a rough one.
That was a rough one.
Right.
All of a sudden, you look down when the pilot says we're cruising altitude.
Oh, my God, that was really bad.
How deep?
That's really bad, sir.
The pilot says we're at cruising altitude.
Wow.
Yeah, cruising altitude of the modern jet is somewhere around 30 to 35.
Somewhere around, somewhere around what?
Around 30 to 35,000 feet. And
wow.
That's the depth in the ocean that BP was trying to drill a super deep well.
Don't say super again.
That is super deep.
Wow.
That is a super deep well.
So yeah, they hit something so catastrophic and unexpected that they could not contain it.
Wow. So now, how are they supposed to... What I'm hearing is this is unfixable.
What?
Unfixable.
Yes, that's exactly right. It is unfixable. They hit a splatter of oil with such high pressure that it burst every safety valve they had. There was nothing.
Every safety valve?
Yeah, every safety valve on the well was burst. Even the fail-safe valve, which is the one that's supposed to work when everything else fails, and it blew.
I like the 16-ounce sausage.
It pressures at such high pressure that it destroyed the maximum efforts of human science to contain it.
Science? Human science couldn't even can't contain this now. You're saying?
No oil company on the face of the earth has ever hit oil pressures such as this, and they've never drilled into a strata of oil. Even Russia, when they went 40,000 feet, did not hit anything like this. Let me give you an example.
All right.
At Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, the wellhead pressure on a well there is around 1,500 pounds. Now, let's compare this. The automobile that you're driving, the tire is 35 psi.
I drive an Escalade.
Big truck tires, 100 pounds per square inch. BP hit pressures in the Gulf of Mexico of between 20 and 70,000 pounds per square inch.
70,000 pounds per square inch?
Yes, this is beyond human technology to contain it, and every safety valve they had blew, and as a result, today...
Speaking of drilling things into the ground, right.
The entire American economy.
For the whistle answer.
So what does this mean, sir? Are we going to ever stop this fucking leak? Is it going to destroy the world? Is it going to destroy the economy? Let's get down to this.
Well, the first thing I asked was when I contacted the people in the know who will tell you what's really going on behind the story.
Where's the know?
I said, what are you going to do about this? And they said there is only one possibility of stopping this Gulf of Mexico oil disaster, and that is a nuclear device. But, and oh my goodness, when they said but, I could hear the fear in their voices. I said, what do you mean?
You heard the fear in their boy.
He said it'll take at least 4 months to drill an angle
4 months?
drill in order to go down to it to even attempt to plant the nuclear device. And he said,
a nuclear device? That's crazy.
4 months of this, you
4
will
months?
there will be no let up in somewhere in the neighborhood of 125,000 barrels per day. And Matt Simmons said that just the other day. He's one of the leading oil men of the world, very well respected, 25 years in the business. And he said that there is coming out of that well right now 125,000 barrels per day.
Wait, sir, could you repeat that?
How many?
Yeah, that sounds crazy. What was it?
And 125,000 barrels a day, he says, is coming out of that well.
125,000 barrels a day.
Wow.
That is a lot of oil.
You will have this for another 4 months. There's nothing they can do about it. They even removed the one device day before yesterday that was supposed to siphon some of it off. And the reason being is the pipe itself, because of these extreme pressures, 20 to 70,000 pounds per square inch, was actually perforated down in the ocean. And even NOAA now, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, is admitting that the pipe is leaking and going out as far as 20 miles away with plumes of oil.
Plumes of oil?
Nelson appeared on MSNBC.
Wow. Wow.
What network, sir? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said.
What network was it, though? Because we like keeping the facts straight.
Yes.
Because they say that you have plumes of oil that are seeping up as far as 20 miles away because of it coming out where the pipe was probably perforated when that extreme pressure hit it. So the individual said to me, Chaplain, there is no way to stop this for at least 4 months. And they said after that, said, what's going to happen? He said, Chaplain, we hope we can plant a nuclear device and cauterize this thing. I said, what do you mean, you hope? He said, Chaplain, this is a strata of oil. No one's ever gone into it before with such extreme pressures. And they said, if that nuclear device is set off and it does not succeed, he said, we will fracture that strata of oil, and it will never stop.
Chaplain, I have a question, if I could, to interject. I'm not an expert at all, obviously. But now, are they saying that it's because of the extreme pressures and because of a certain amount of depth, that it's not just about a cap, but there's a certain way that things have to be kind of big boarded because of what's been going on and with possible weather and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quite following your question. Ask again.
I'm sorry. If because of the extreme pressures.
Yeah, because of the extreme pressure, there is nothing. They have.
But no, that wasn't what he was getting at. Hold on, sir. That wasn't what he was getting
Chaplain.
at. Yeah.
I'm trying to phrase it. Because of the extreme pressures, can they? Is it about the cap not fitting, or is there an alternative because of the way the weather's been and what the possible thing is for that?